Johnson, quarter-mile time. And who better to be joining us on our NHRA Race Day set? He shocked me. He shocked Mike. Did he shock you, Bob Bode? Absolutely. Bob, welcome. It's great to have you up here. And as shocking as it was, though, it's not like you limped your way to that win. You had a great race car.
We had a real good race car. But as much as shocked you, it shocked me just as much, too. When we turned that corner and we were going to get a Wally, it was the dream weekend of a lifetime.
Well, and I loved your interview, all that passion, because I remember my first win. It was at Fremont, California. They didn't have TV, so they couldn't capture it. Obviously, that first win is always great, but how great would it be to get our first U.S. Nationals win this weekend?
Coming here, I've struggled here over the years. I've been running 10 years, and I haven't had a very good weekend here. Coming off that win, and with the crowd of people and the race cars that show up here, to have anything good happen to us here, we'll take it all. And we got a pretty good race car.
I saw you right after that win. It hadn't sunk in yet. When did it sink in that you had beaten everybody in funny car, the most competitive class?
A week later, we finally got rested up. We all called each other, all the guys on the crew, and everybody was finally realizing that we really did it. We really, really did.
Well, you know, last year you came here and you had some problems in qualifying. You know, you lost the body in a huge supercharger explosion. It didn't qualify. You take a look at it here last year. This was a tough break, but boy, this car, you've really turned it around this season, obviously with the win in Brainerd. What's been the biggest reason?
We were trying too hard last year. Some of the stuff we put in there just was a little on the edge, and obviously it didn't work. We toned down a lot of that stuff. The car is very efficient. It's using all of what it has rather than beating itself up at the finish line doing that. And it brought it right back into where it's happy. When we ran Friday night and ran that 10, we were hoping for a 14, and it just liked everything it had, and that's the difference.
Now, in addition to trying to win the U.S. Nationals, Bob Bode going to try to be a spoiler in the countdown to the championship. Here's how the reset points look after qualifying session number 3, and already Robert Hyde has started to eat into that point lead of John Force a little bit. It's the DSR cars 1 and 2 right now, trying to keep everybody even, and there's Tony Pedregon, who is in 10th. Remember, Robert Hyde came from 10th a year ago. But speaking of Robert Hyde, right now, Gary Gerald is standing by, the defending funny car champion.
Some of the demands of a defending funny car champion. He's doing an autograph session right now over at the Force Racing area. The championship car hanging here behind him. Here's a guy who loves the U.S. Nationals. He's been to the finals the last 4 years. But I want to ask you about the difference from a year ago. A year ago, you barely made it into the countdown, then you win the championship. This year, you've been a dominant factor all season long. What's the confidence level like compared to a year ago at this time?
Oh, it's big, Gary. I can tell you, I'm sleeping a lot better at night, that's for sure. Because last year, we were messed up, and we didn't actually have a good race till we came in here to the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals. But this year, it's a little different. It starts the countdown here. Last year, we had to do well here to get in the countdown. So what a difference a year makes. And, you know, we have had a good season this year, and, you know, we keep thinking, hope we didn't peak at the wrong time. You know, we won 4 races to this point, but from here forward is what really matters from now on. And as you saw, you know, 1 point behind my boss in the points for the first 17, and the next 6, every run we make, qualifying, everything is so important, and we've got to get every point we can with this Auto Club Ford.
Right now, he is the number 3 qualifier going to session 4.
Yeah, thank you very much, G-Man. Continuing now with Bob Bode. And Bob, one of the things I love about your race car and your race team is the fact that your wife, Alice, backs you up. It's a little touch of history. And we're going to have our fan question right now. We turn our attention to Ellie Tonglett's team race model, Katrina Boomer of Chicago, with a question for your wife. Fire away, Katrina.
Hey, Alice, how hard is it to back up your husband's race car?
Hey, that's a great question.
I'll tell you what, it's an incredible experience when you get to back up a nitro funny car, especially when it's your husband's. But it's a lot harder than it looks. You want to make sure that car is always in the right place.
Bob, what's it mean for you to look out your windshield and see her?
When Alice is backing me up, I see Wally putting me in the lights, but she's the last person I see as I'm coming backwards, and I know she's safe, and I worry about her when she's out there, but she does a perfect job, so it means a lot to me.
Well, let's find out where you're qualified right now. And in the number 9 spot, we'll see if you can improve on that coming up next in our live qualifying spot. How about it, guys? Bob Bode, you think that smile's ever going to come off his face? I don't think so. Good luck today. Be safe.
Thank you.